Sometimes Hollywood literally sucks the soul out of you to the point where you start questioning your hobbies. It's like
he wasn't even wanting to review this one night.
I was not.
He was just wanting to walk away from it and say,
I had to put my mind to it, and I wanted to write things down and plan. I was going to go into this super prepared.
It's going to be hard not to rant, though, at the same time. Because this is just... Oh, my God. It's so woke to me. It's just... There's just... You said it, too. There's just... So... Every other line...
Well, it was a joke.
At least 7 times during the movie.
It was a comedy.
It's just straight
up. It wasn't a comedy.
Yeah, there's nothing funny about the movie.
I didn't laugh one time.
I didn't hear the audience laugh.
Our audience was dead silent.
I think I heard a little at the end, and I was like, who in the hell in this theater is doing that?
They were clapping because it was over. Because this sucked. This movie was a fucking joke. Nothing about this movie was taken seriously. It was like a big gag. The whole thing was. It was. You know what they should have made this? A spoof. They should have made this like a spoof, like The Naked Gun or something, and made fun of the other Men in Black movies. There's tons of material.
Almost what it does, anyways.
It is. It's like a fucking joke. It's like they take Men in Black and take everything and turn it upside down and make it a joke.
Now I gotta say, I don't feel like they turned it all upside down, but it does feel like a Men in Black movie, just completely dumb though.
Dumbed down. And like
to made for the SJWs and all the woke people, and
I'm not going to rant too long, but this is what I meant. Tommy Lee Jones, smart, intelligent, quiet. He does things methodically. Throw all that out for Mr. Hemsworth, who you can't tell me is not from the Ghostbusters movie. It is the freaking guy, the secretary that was hired on at the Ghostbusters.
Oh, there's just one scene.
There's so
the
much.
Nightclub scene where it's like he's unbuttoning down, then he turns around, it's like down to his stomach, and it's just like
when she first meets him, he immediately comes off as a buffoon. He doesn't come off as charming or smart or funny. He comes off like he has no intelligence.
He's lazy.
That he's lazy, a drunk maybe, and he's a womanizer almost because the way he acts is so odd. I mean, it's like not a normal person. I mean, he acted like a weirdo like he was in Ghostbusters. Just like the writing wasn't right. I mean, with Ragnarok
was great. They had good chemistry.
Here's the deal. I'll listen to you till this is empty.
Asgard is in danger. If people are dying, we need to get back there. I need your help.
Finished. Bye.
And they do bring chemistry here. There's just no screenplay around it.
The writing for him was terrible in this. If it was the writing like Ragnarok or Civil War or any of these other movies that Thor's been in, he was a great character who was smart, strong, funny, everything. In this, they made him dumb. They made him pointless at times. They made him like the dumb male that gets in the way, and the female has to save him constantly. It's a weird upside down Men in Black thing. You know?
They're trying to change it up a little bit. And I get the change. It's just that why did it have to be constantly repeated to us throughout the movie? Like I said, there's a good 7 times, and the one that bothered me the most is when the whole thing's collapsing and they got the little cliff, they're standing on it, and she's like, says something to the point of like, I'm gonna save you or something, or he's gonna go save them, and he says something like, the Men in Black, and then also he's like, men and women in black, and then I'm like, oh,
it was
God.
A constant focus on the woke / agenda that's going on in Hollywood right now. It's going to be something that passes eventually.
I hope.
Like bad gas. I don't know how to pass this. I mean, it's something that just is breaking movies, and it broke Men in Black like it did others, like Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was as woke as this was. What's sad is she had such great chemistry with Hemsworth.
To me, what's sad is it was the Men in Black. It never had to be this.
No.
I mean, I would have been happy with her character being tough and strong as long as you make him nice and smart.
Well, or just
because think about it, the first Men in Black, You got Tommy Lee Jones.
Yep.
He's tough, he's smart, he's been around the block.
And quiet.
And then you got Will Smith. Yeah, he can be a little goofy,
Yeah,
but
he was
he
the kid.
still isn't dumb.
He played the kid partner like in a Western, where he's joining up with the old, grizzled cowboy. It was like someone that was already fully developed that knew everything, that knew how to do everything. She was the ultimate Mary Sue. And you'll see that immediately in this movie because they actually tell you. During a training program, they're like, oh, you're 98% this, you're 97% this, you're off the records for everything. Bookkeeping, running, swimming, diving. It's like...
And you bring up the training program because you never see the training. The training program is all you see of the training. They sit down, she comes in to the building within, it's like 45 seconds.
There should be a timer.
She goes from like 45 seconds from breaking in to being in some like, I guess she was getting
room.
Interviewed more like it though.
Oh, and spoilers by the
To
way.
being hired, and then next thing you know, she's just an agent. It's just like, oh, 97%, 98, 95, agent, ching, and it's good.
Took
First
a drink.
mission.
And I was looking at Larry saying, oh my God, what the hell are we watching? And I look back and she's all of a sudden walking into the main lobby. And she, get this, spent as a girl, they start off with showing this little tiny backstory. She has a run-in with like an extraterrestrial. So for the next 20-something years, she's been trying to get the truth about aliens. That was her whole point. The truth about the universe.
What happens when she finally sees?
I swear to God, the first aliens that she sees going into the building, like into the main lobby, she's just like, okay.
Oh, hi.
Hey, what's going on?
Fist bump.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, okay.
Fist bump. Look, more aliens. Okay. Yeah, and then she's doesn't give a shit about aliens the rest of the whole time.
No, it's like, that would be the first thing. You would just be like, I want to see aliens. I want to see aliens right now.
You know what she cared about? Guns.
Yeah.
She was all about the guns. It's like they took a normal male protagonist that is a big commando, gun-loving...
Idiot.
Like a tough guy.
I wouldn't say she's an idiot. She's supposed to have all the brains and everything.
Well, she's soulless. She has no character in this.
No.
She's not funny.
She's missed. I do everything.
Yeah.
You know?
She's Miss Mary Sue.
Oh, look, there's a bike. I can fix it. Oh, look, there's this. I can do it. Oh, look, I can do it. And it never develops the character into that. It just throws her into it.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. I mean,
and here you got Chris Hemsworth, like we were talking before. He's supposed to be the big, like...
the head honcho.
Yeah, like, he saved the world. And he's dumb.
He's like... he wouldn't hold a candle. Remember the trainees in the first Men in Black? It was the army guys sitting around filling out forms and then doing the shooting test. Yep. That was brilliant because it showed that Will Smith had smarts that was different than everyone else, and he had the ability to still protect himself. And he was a cop, you know? This lady just... they have no backstory on her except she met an alien.
But basically the whole setup is she doesn't get her, brain wiped.
Right.
And she sees everything, and she sees an alien.
So she falls in and has to become perfect in every way. She does things like she gets into her training almost. Like she's a rookie in this movie. God. And she knows suddenly more about the lore and the aliens and like their procedures and the weaponry more than they do. She acts like she's teaching him. Like Hemsworth sometimes. It's like the roles are reversed. Like she's the trainer and he's the dumb trainee.
When it's like her second day.
Yeah.
And he's supposed to be the hero of the world?
And then she's laying out the techno babble.
Okay.
Like, we got to adjust the particle transfigurism. And I'm like, wait a minute. How would she know this stuff?
I don't want to feel like a man woke guy. But of this movie, best part of it was the beginning. Liam Neeson, Chris Hemsworth. I was like, this would make a good movie.
The startup was great.
Oh, this would be great. Oh, we're not going to get this.
You know why? Liam Neeson kept his mouth shut most of the time, and he didn't make stupid jokes and act like an idiot.
Oh, wait, we got to talk about these villains, too. I I don't even know if you can call them villains, but these guys, and all they do is they walk around. They're like,
they put the story forward, basically. Oh, how can we
they
explain
like half
them?
dance. I don't know, glitchy guys. I'm gonna call
Matrix guys.
I'm just gonna go ahead and call one like Sandstorm and the other one like Butterbean. You know, I don't know why.
Let's just put it this way: there are two guys that don't talk. Their eyes glow, and they turn into like rainbow sparkles. Okay.
Let's just get off of who these guys are to begin with. There's just some guy randomly like mopping.
Random. He's mopping a floor, and they
and they
take
come
his body.
in and they like kill him or do something to him, and then they become him. And it's just like, oh my god!
Can I go on a
now
side?
we have two of these guys. Oh my god!
Can I branch into something just as a side note? I was just thinking about the Matrix thing. These two protagonists or antagonists are like a copy of the two white powder-looking guys with the dreadlocks. I don't know how.
Well, let's call them albino guys.
Albinos. They're a copy of that. This movie, for trying to be different, uses the same stuff from 1, 2, and 3 in just a bad way. Like, remember the little hot dog looking aliens that smoked the cigarettes? They had those guys. The little tiny what was the gun called? The cricket? The noisy cricket. That was her first starting weapon. She didn't want it. Oh, this is stupid, just like Will Smith would have done. They copied. They didn't make the new movie. They didn't create their own new movie. They just copied the parts.
It's a lot of the same old, same old. So if
fan
you mean
fiction stuff.
if you like,
or fan service.
I can't say if you like Men in Black 1. I'd say if you like Men in Black 2 and 3.
I would put this as the worst of all of them. I'd put this as number 4.
Yeah, to me, if you like Men in Black 2 and 3, you may like this one. It's definitely the worst one.
I mean, I guess we could talk about some of the positives. They did have some good sound effects. The guns sounded cool. The guns were cool.
I thought the music was good with Amblin on board. They always seem to get that right.
That floaty, happy, like da-da-da, da-da-da.
It just makes me feel good. I'm from that generation.
Yeah,
so.
we have something we can play probably.
Yeah.
But it has that feeling, but it doesn't have the movie to go with it.
It doesn't.
There's barely any, like the action scenes in this. Give me a percentage what you think movie was action-wise. I'm curious. What do you think if you had to put in a percentage?
2, maybe 2%.
Oh, I thought you were going to go higher than that. I thought you'd say like 7.
Nah, it's like 2 because there's like a spot where she shoots a gun.
And that's
and there's that little fight,
half the movie.
little fight scene between her and the woman has like 12 arms.
There's a lot of talking and a lot of techno nonsense and character building that goes nowhere and things like that. I mean, and 2 other things we need to talk about. Let's talk about Lexus. You can own a Lexus today.
Oh my
Call this
God.
number and get $500 off your next Lexus.
It's such a pretty car.
Oh wow, is that a Lexus? That's amazing. There was so much
my God.
BS product placement in this. It was so blatant. They were like focusing on the car, like zooming in on it. And I'm like...
And tell me, what car parked in a garage has a car cover on it?
Well, if it was a secret car, maybe. But they're like, picture this. The wrecked, beat-up car they were driving is parked in a parking garage, and next to it is this tricked-out, fancy-ass Lexus. And they're like, oh... well, I guess we can take this car. And they just hop in it and take off.
Where were the keys, man? They didn't even have the keys. I'm just saying.
Conveniences like that are all over this movie. There's so many conveniences like, conveniently, the little tiny little toy character that she keeps with her.
Yeah, Pawnee.
Saves the day.
You know, I ain't gonna say he saved the movie for me, but he was the best
funny.
thing of the movie,
He was cute.
Yeah.
He was a cute, funny little guy. Like the Star Wars little guys, Porgs.
Yeah.
He's a failed Porg attempt.
Yeah.
He's not...
Yeah, well, who
Toy
plays him
material.
Kumail Nanjiani, who's gonna be in the upcoming... Is it?
I think you're saying
Stuber.
lad.
He was decent in this movie. I didn't think he was great. But it does make me think,
There was one.
I didn't really know
chuckle from
about him. I didn't really know about him too much. Now I'm like, well, maybe Stuber won't be too bad.
Yeah. Oh no, Stuber looks way better than this. Stuber looks like they're actually giving a shit. I mean, this looked like they just gave up. They're like, hey, throw a dart, and if it hits something that we own franchise-wise,
My God, I just thought of a moment in this movie. This kind of goes in spoilers too a little bit.
That's
So,
okay. We already spoiled a bunch of shit.
warning, fuck this movie. We're gonna spoil the shit.
Yeah,
out
it's
of
not
it.
worth it.
There's that moment at the beginning. Let's just talk about it. There's that moment at the beginning. She goes into the city. She's not in an alleyway. She's not in any weird spot. She's like on a sidewalk, and she just looks, and birds are like flying into nothing.
Oh yeah,
And I'm like,
force field.
okay, if you were
That was
down,
kinda cool.
I could see it looked cool.
Yeah.
But if you were down an alley, I could see nobody else seeing that.
Yeah.
She was just like out right in the open. So
Yes.
you're telling me that MIB just can like cut off a street
Whole city sections.
or a little spot here,
Yep.
which is like right on the street where everybody would walk by and nobody's gonna see that?
Well, now it does not violate one rule I have: sci-fi. If it's sci-fi, you got to give it leverage. But you know how they fucked it up? They made it to where other stuff was so blatant. Like, remember when he did this part where he converted his car, like in the first movie, it became like a rocket ship. He was driving down the main boulevards in front of hundreds of people. And there was other
Exactly.
stuff just like that. They had people in the movie that had alien tech that just had it sitting right out in the open. And it's like, wait a minute.
And I think I actually know exactly what scene you're talking about too.
Motorbike.
Because there is this, there's a motorbike, there's a scene, they land, and there's a bunch of people around them, and she pulls out her thing, and she's like, "Doo, doo." And then all of a sudden, they take off, there's a shit ton of people watching them.
Yeah, apparently that doesn't matter
They
anymore.
don't have to wipe their brains.
And apparently you can wipe everyone from a distance. It doesn't matter anymore. See, they broke
But they weren't
all
even using it.
They broke the rules too. Like the rules that the first one and the second one had established, the way things work. They did whatever they wanted with those rules. They just destroyed them. Like guns. Like the guns in this felt like they either, here's the two guns. You had guns that did nothing. Like they were shooting bullets at the creatures and they were doing nothing. Like zero damage. And then they'd have another gun that would just vaporize people instantly. So you had two choices. You had the guns that were used the entire movie that just went like this. Pew, pew, pew. And it had little pretty lights. They were like, you know what they were like? Sparklers. They were shooting sparklers the first 90% of the movie. And then when the movie called for it, they would whip out a big gun that would obliterate them instantly.
The gun that's apparently...
I do like the fusion cannon, though, or whatever the hell that
It's not,
was.
no, I'm going to explain this fusion cannon to you and exactly what it was. And maybe after that you may not like it as much. Because apparently they have
A blue giant.
a blue giant star that they have somehow contracted and made smaller into a gun.
Yeah, into a gun that's handheld.
And you're going to tell me 0.0001% would only blow a little hole in the ground? I'm going to go ahead and say
Vaporize the whole Earth.
It would vaporize the whole
Yeah.
Earth. I mean, it wouldn't take much at all.
I don't see. What do we say? It's sci-fi.
It's a movie, man.
I can see it. Here we go. We go. And the survey says, it goes ding.
Bullshit!
This is a go woke, go broke movie.
It
I
is.
think this broke Men in Black.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's going to be the way everyone feels, but that's how I feel because I was a huge Men in Black 1 fan.
Yep.
And this sort of made me not want to watch any of them ever again.
Yeah, I think there's going to definitely be a sequel. It sets up a sequel. I don't really want to ever go
I don't
see
want
a
Hemsworth.
sequel,
I don't
but
want
we will
Thomas,
for
Thompson.
you. We will go see
I don't
a
want
sequel
any of
for
them
you.
in it though. I mean, they've definitely. If I see her again, she's so
Well, we're going to see her again. 'cause
she's
gonna
so
be part of
flat
the
in the
Marvel
way that
universe.
everything is like, hi, I'm better than you.
Very robotic.
I know everything, and I'm going to show you how to do it right, and I'm going to be sassy as fuck about it. That's how she is throughout the whole thing, and it's like it gets real.
But she does it,
grating.
like I said, in this like robotic tone.
Yeah.
Where it's just like,
I don't know what people are saying. Like they're saying, "Oh, well, she's doing great. She's a miracle." it doesn't come off that way.
Yeah,
it comes off as like she just, I don't like people.
I'm gonna tell you the kind of strong female characters I like. Sarah Connor.
The old one or the new one that shoots a bazooka?
Either one looks pretty good to me. I ain't gonna say I like who they act with.
That's another go woke, go broke movie.
I like
coming up.
Sarah Connor. I like Ripley. I like a lot of them. There's a many female characters out there that have been playing over the years that you know they're strong just because they are. You don't have to tell the audience through the whole movie that I'm stronger, I'm better. You know, if you are, we'll know it. We'll see it.
Yeah, it's part of the way the writing is too. Yeah. When your writer is trying to make a point, like they were doing in this, it comes out.
It's almost like a few times they broke the third wall here.
Yeah, you felt like they were talking to you.
It's like literally you break the third wall, just like Deadpool, and you're like,
thank you.
Hey, you know what?
Yeah.
We're not just the men in black. We're the men and women in black. If you're going to break the third wall, break it properly.
That's why this should have been a full-on parody. This should have been a parody movie of the whole franchise.
Or, I don't even to say, it shouldn't have been a parody. It just should have been a better movie.
It shouldn't have been made.
Yeah.
They were trying to capitalize off of Ragnarok. They had the two actors that had great chemistry in Ragnarok, and they were trying to do something with Men in Black with that. And I don't feel it. I mean, a lot of people said, oh, they were great together. They were a great couple. It's so weird. I mean, it's like so one-sided.
Now, there is one thing I do want to say. There is some things I would say, for me, were positive with the movie. I did like Emma Thompson.
Liam Neeson.
I thought she did a good job. I wish she was in more of the movie. Yeah. You know, bring something back. Even
Emma Thompson and Liam Neeson together would have been...
That would have been phenomenal right there. That would have made a great movie. That would have made a strong woman, a strong man, and you have it.
Oh, that movie would have been great.
It would have been. That would have been a good movie. That would have been a good follow-up.
Better yet, and then John Wick comes in.
That motherfucker's in everything, man.
Well, Larry, what would you give Men in Black International as your final score? No alcohol required.
Yeah. No, when I walked out of this movie, we were watching somebody else's review, and I like Jeremy Jans.
I do too.
But honestly, when I walked out of this movie, I turned to Mike, and the first thing I said to Mike was, alcohol, definitely required.
Yeah.
I mean, if you didn't see this movie if you saw this movie without alcohol, you're gonna need it after.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this one a straight F.
You're going to go with a full F, the F-bomb. I thought you were going to go with a D. When you came out, I thought you were going D or C minus.
I've been trying to be nice to these movies recently, but it's time to stop.
It's weird. When we talked through it, though, and because you were at first were like, I might go D or C minus, and we talked about it now and brought out all the faults, and it's impossible.
At first, no, I thought you hated it more than me.
Yeah.
And then the more I thought about it, and the more it really I settled in, I was just like...
When you recognize what they did by trying to put this forced message in there, and they did a dick move with the video and some of the other things. When you see all that together,
dick move with the Chris Hemsworth character.
Yes.
I mean, you could have made him somebody, and you made him a loser.
He is the same loving guy from Ghostbusters.
And then at the end, though, I got to bring up one more thing. At the end, he's given a title of something where you go, "Oh fuck, no." No, he would.
At least he wasn't made Lord Commander or something.
MIB freaking London or Paris, wherever he's at,
of the branch.
Europe.
Yeah. So
it's going down. It's falling because this dude's dumber than shit.
There was this moment where they're talking and they're giving him praise. They're like, we couldn't have done it without you. You may be one of the best agents that has ever been in Men in Black. And I'm over here going, no, that's completely wrong.
But at the same time,
shut your mouth.
Do you think that was a woke moment? Like they were trying to push, like, look, he's dumber than shit, and he's still getting the promotion.
I think
over the woman.
I think it was something saying like the man will always win
because she just goes back, even though she's smarter. She saves the world. He doesn't do shit.
Mary Sue got replaced by Stevie Sue.
Oh my God, I think they did go that route.
So, needless to say, this is one of the worst movies made this year, in my opinion, that I was begging for the end. I was dying and wanting... my soul inside died during this movie. So I'm going to give this movie the very first F-. Thank you, everybody, for coming out and watching us tonight again. Make sure to go on our Facebook page. We're heading to 1,200 people now. It's a great community. We have tons of people talking and chatting now with us all the time. Send us your messages, post, whatever you want to do. We talk to everybody. Also, check out our Instagram, Twitter. God love you. Peace.
See you guys.